Time. It's something we all count on, isn't it? We glance at our clocks, our phones, expecting them to keep us on track. But what if I told you that one clock could count more than just seconds? What if it counted you? Stop scrolling and listen carefully to the story of the clock that never stops. It all started in a tiny antique shop, hidden away from the bustling streets. Miranda, an avid collector of vintage oddities, spotted an old, intricately designed clock. Its brass frame gleamed faintly in the dim light, and its hands ticked steadily, though the shopkeeper insisted, oddly, that it had no batteries. Despite her unease, Miranda bought the clock, enchanted by its strange craftsmanship. Something about it seemed alive. Once the clock hung in her apartment, it seemed to tick louder than any other clock she'd ever owned. Tick, tock, tick, tock. The sound filled the silence, and sometimes, if Miranda listened closely, she swore she heard faint whispers behind the ticking. The first night she had dreams of being followed. A shadowy figure was always out of reach, but its presence was suffocatingly near. When she woke up, she noticed the hands of the clock had moved backward during the night, something she was sure hadn't happened before. Curiosity morphed into apprehension. Days passed, and strange occurrences began piling up. Lights flickered in her apartment when no one was near the switches. Doors creaked open, as though inviting an unseen visitor. And then, there was the clock. It began to tick faster whenever she was alone, a frenzied rhythm like a heartbeat. Miranda's final warning came when she started noticing figures faintly reflected in the clock's glass. Shadows that shouldn't exist drifted lazily across the surface. She tried to remove the clock, but no matter how hard she pulled, it seemed rooted to the wall, immovable. She woke one night to find its hands had stopped at exactly 3:13 a.m., a frozen moment of dread. And yet, the ticking continued. Soon after, Miranda disappeared. Neighbors reported hearing the relentless ticking days after her absence. When authorities entered her apartment, the only thing left was the clock, pristine and silent. A new family moved into the unit shortly after, unaware of its haunted history. The clock still waits. Who's next? Would you hang this haunted keeper of time? Or would you run like Miranda should have? Leave your thoughts below. And remember, time isn't always on your side.